have a lot of different options when you create an assignment in Google Classroom. To create an assignment or an announcement or even a post, go down to the plus sign at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Right now I'm going to create an assignment. First I need to name my assignment. I'm going to name this one Road Trippin'. And I can actually decide who in my class I want to do this assignment. So I have some students here. Right now the default is for all of my students to do it, but if I wanted, I could decide for just a few of my students to do it if I wanted to differentiate this. I'm going to go ahead and give it to all of my students this time. I'm going to give my students a few instructions. This project will be a major grade. And I'm going to assign a due date. You don't have to assign a due date. This is optional. I'm going to say this project is due in 2 weeks. If you assign a topic to your assignment, it will help you group it. A lot of teachers use the topic feature to group their assignments by unit. So for example, I could create a Unit 5 topic, and then all of my assignments that are within Unit 5 are going to show up in that group on the left side under my topics bar. Now I want to go ahead and find the assignment I'm going to give you guys. So Road Trippin' is a project that I have saved in my Drive. I'm going to pick the Drive icon. It's actually a Google Doc. Yeah, there it is. Road Trippin'. Okay, so the default is for students to be able to view the file. That means the students can't type on it. They can't alter it. They're going to see your copy, but they can't make any changes to it. You could also, if you wanted the class to collaborate, choose students can edit the file. That means they are going to change your copy of the document. So you could work on a project collaboratively as a class. Every student in the class could edit it. Or if you had just chosen some of the students, if you were using that differentiation feature, you could set up a group so that only members of that group could edit that file. Most of the time, however, you're going to want to choose make a copy for each student. When you make a copy for each student gets their own copy, and they'll be able to write on it, they'll be able to edit it, and it will not change your copy. But most of the time, that's probably what you're going to want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this to my students. Before I assign it, I could schedule it if I wanted to. I could schedule it to be assigned to them on Friday. Maybe I know I'm going to assign this for homework tomorrow and I'm ready to schedule that. Also, if I wanted to come back and edit this later, I could just save it as a draft. However, I want to assign it. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so now my students all have this project. I can't wait to see what they do on it. I actually have an assignment that I got back from my students earlier. Here was just a demo assignment. You can see 2 of my students have finished it, 3 of them have not. When I open this assignment, I can see how it's going. All right, so here's what they're working on right now. I have 2 students who have earned a grade of 100. To give your students a grade, you just type where it says add grade. And then when you're ready to send their graded work back to them, click the return button up at the top. Your students do have the option to resubmit if they would like to do that. And then you can see how they've changed their assignments. So there's a lot of options for you here.